Assalamu alaikum and Dzień dobry everyone. I'm back again with a couple of videos today. This first one, I'm just going to summarize the khutbah that I heard at the masjid today during Jummah prayer. And for those of you who are familiar with this topic, you might have been in chatislam.com or have seen or heard similar things from Sheikh Yusuf Estes on his sites, such as islamnewsroom.com. But anyway, the imam of my local masjid today was talking about the earthquakes as being a sign from Allah, as a warning. And he was also talking about all the other natural events that have gone, mentioning the other earthquakes that have happened in the past year or so in other countries like Iran and other parts of the U.S. and Pakistan and other places like that. And where I live is no stranger to earthquakes, although we don't have the big ones a lot because the New Madrid Fault, which is nearest to Iowa, is not a very big one, but nevertheless, he quoted a hadith from Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, about one of the signs of the coming of the last day, the day of judgment, the day of resurrection, where all those still living at that time and those who have already gone to their graves will be brought back together, all to face their Creator, their Lord, Allah, and they will answer for both their good deeds and their bad deeds, and who their Lord is, and all that, what their religion is and all that. But Muhammad was quoted as saying, watch for earthquakes, lots of earthquakes, among other things, lots of people killing each other, all kinds of bad stuff going on. And you can find this hadith, and I've heard it from Sheikh Yusuf Estes, so if you want to find out more about this, you can research the hadith on the internet or go to a book that has all the collected hadiths, such as Anawi, Muslim, Bukhari, and others. I don't know all the collectors, but you can find these online and research these for yourself. But even in the Christian Bible and in the Jewish Torah, there are prophecies about in the last day to come there will be all kinds of turmoil, there will be all kinds of disasters and lots of mayhem and all that stuff. But as these events get more and more frequent, it is to be taken as a sign, one of the many signs from Allah, that we are getting closer to the day of judgment, when we will have to face Allah and answer for how we lived the life that He gave us. So that's the summary of today's khutbah at my local masjid. And also for those viewers who live near me in the Des Moines area, there is also a plea for help to support the masjid, the Muslim Community Organization, which is on 42nd Street, just a few yards south of University. The masjid needs more money to pay the bills. The heating bills have been horrendous. We need money to cover the electric bill, and we have had to do a lot more snow and ice treatment. In fact, a couple of the brothers went out and did some of that on the parking lot today because it's pretty slick. We have had an ice storm yesterday, and it left a lot of icicles hanging on trees. We've had the power lines go down and all that, but our local masjid is a poor masjid. Our members are not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but for those who didn't attend Jummah prayer today, our masjid needs support financially and otherwise, and especially dua. So everybody, please make dua for your own masjid, whichever one you go to, and support it in any way you can. You know, that's a deed of charity, and you can get reward for that. So the more rewards you pile up for yourself, the better chance you'll have at having a good outcome on the Day of Judgment. So as we get closer to the Day of Judgment, we need to come together as an ummah, worldwide and in our local community. So no doubt Haiti will not be the last of the earthquakes. It's probably just the beginning. People in California still talk about the big one that people say is going to happen. It's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when. So as more of these things happen, we need to prepare ourselves for the last day. So that's it for that little clip. So I'll come back with something else, and assalamu alaikum and mi'az for mila.